Hello students, from today onwards we are going to start our new chapter, that is our chapter number 6. It is our life process, right? In this chapter we are going to understand about different type of life processes, right? What are life processes, what is important of life process, and we are going to understand it. Now first of all, let's try to understand that what is called life process. What do we mean by life process? See, life process means the process which is responsible to maintain life, a process which is responsible to maintain life, that will be considered as life process. There are many type of life process. Let's understand it, and these life process are very essential. It is very necessary to maintain the life. The first thing is nutrition. Now we know that as an organism our cell do some work, right? So for that work it will also require energy. From where we are getting this energy? We are getting this energy from our food, right? From the food, which food we are eating. Okay, so the food which we are eating, it nutrients, right? From the valuable components, food which we eat, it will give us the nutrition, right? So nutrition, what is nutrition? So nutrition is the process by which we can say that nutrition, it is a process by which an organism obtain nutrients from food which it eats. Then we are going to discuss about the nutrition in detail in this chapter. Okay, so first is nutrition. Then the another one which we talk, that if we obtain the nutrients, right? To obtain the nutrients is not only our task. The nutrients which is obtained, from that nutrients we must release energy. So for that we will have respiration. With the help of this respiration, we will obtain energy from nutrients, right? And in this, our breathing process is one of the part of respiration. Okay, so as first we will obtain the nutrients, that is our nutrition. Then that obtained nutrients, it will be used to obtain energy, that will be considered as our respiration. As at one place we got the energy, right? So it is necessary to transfer that energy, to transfer it to different parts. So for that we will have transportation. In transportation we are transporting water and food materials, right? So in transportation we are transferring water and food materials. Also we know that reproduction, it is a process make to make individuals, right? To create individuals, it is very necessary. Okay, so this type of process are very necessary in life process. As we have gained nutrients, from that we are obtaining energy that is transported, right? There will be transportation of water and food as we forms different individuals like us, okay? And the waste, the harmful thing which is done during this process, for that we will have excretion. Excretion in this process, harmful substances are removed from body. So by the process of excretion, harmful substances are removed from the body. Now, today's lecture is about nutrition, right? What is called nutrition and types of nutrition. In that we are going to understand about its autotropic mode of nutrition. As we discussed that what is nutrition, right? Nutrition is the process by which we obtain nutrients from food. It's a process by which we obtain nutrients from food. These nutrients, for what these nutrients are used? These nutrients are used for energy, to obtain energy. It's also used for building and repairing of tissues. Okay, in short, for maintenance, for uh, maintenance of our body, this nutrition is very necessary. Okay, now this mode of nutrition, it is of two types. We can say that the organism, it obtains nutrition by two types. First is autotropic nutrition, and the another one here, it will be heterotropic nutrition. Okay, so first we will have autotropic nutrition and then we will have heterotropic nutrition. Now, first we are going to discuss about autotropic nutrition. So let's start. Autotropic nutrition. See, in autotropic nutrition means what? Here you can see the word that auto. Auto means self. Tropic means which gain food, right? So together this word autotropic means some organisms are there which obtain their food themselves. So they are called autotropic organism, right? Because their mode of nutrition is autotropic. They gain their food by themselves. Auto means self, tropic means obtain food. So the organisms which obtain their food by themselves, they can prepare their food by themselves, so they are considered as autotropic nutrition. Now in this autotropic type of nutrition, we will have example of green plants, some bacterias, and different type of blue green algae. They will be there, that will be example of autotropic mode of nutrition. See, in this autotropic mode of nutrition, what happens? In presence of sunlight, there will be a process done that is called photosynthesis. Now, what is this process of photosynthesis? we can derive or we can write the photosynthesis like this, that in presence of sunlight, right, by using carbon dioxide and water. In presence of sunlight, by using carbon dioxide and water, autotrophs they prepare their food with the help of chlorophyll. So that is considered as photosynthesis process. So in photosynthesis process, in presence of sunlight, by using carbon dioxide and water, organisms prepare their food by themselves by using chlorophyll. So that will be considered as photosynthesis process. Now, how this photosynthesis process happens? Let's see. During this process of photosynthesis, as we discussed, that carbon dioxide plus water is used in presence of sunlight, and by using chlorophyll which is present in plants, right, they prepare C6H12O6, that is glucose, plus 6H2O plus 6 mole of oxygen gas. Okay, so this way photosynthesis is done by using carbon dioxide and water in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. We will get glucose plus water and oxygen gas is going to get released. Now this process of photosynthesis, it happens in three steps, right? Again, understand, autotrophic mode of nutrition means the organism which prepare their food by themselves, that is considered as autotrophs, generally green plants and some bacteria, blue green algae, it will be there. These autotrophs, they prepare their food by themselves with the help of the process which is called photosynthesis. In presence of sunlight and using carbon dioxide, water and chlorophyll of the plant, they are able to prepare their food by themselves, right? And here is the reaction of photosynthesis. Now, in three steps, this photosynthesis is going to take place. But before that, let us understand that this reaction, carbon dioxide, water in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, it gives us C6H12O6, that is glucose. It's one type of carbohydrate which we are using as a food. Okay, so here it's one type of carbohydrate which we are using as a food. It's one type of carbohydrate, right? We can also call them, this is our glucose. It's one type of carbohydrate. Okay, the carbohydrates are utilized for providing energy. This glucose, it gives us energy. The remaining carbohydrate, right, it will be in form of starch or it can be in form of glycogen. This glucose, if it is unreacted, if it is undigested, so it can be in form of starch or it will be in form of glycogen. Glycogen in animals and in form of starch in plants, right? So this unused glucose, right, it will be used to get energy, but the unused glucose in plants, it will be stored in form of starch, and in animals it will be stored in form of glycogen. Now let's understand that how photosynthesis is done or events of photosynthesis. It's also very easy concept. Okay, generally photosynthesis reaction, it is done in three steps. Photosynthesis reaction is done in three steps. First step, it is absorption of light. First step, it will be absorption of light. What happens, the leaf which we have, okay, so in the first step, that leaf, it is going to absorb the sunlight. So this is our first point, that absorb of sunlight, right? So absorbing of light energy, it is done by chlorophyll, which is present in plants. The second step, it is, as the sunlight is absorbed by the chlorophyll, that energy will be converted into chemical energy. So here we can say that here we will have conversion of light energy into chemical energy. And when this is done, there will be splitting of H2O. Water molecule will get split into hydrogen and oxygen. So this is the second step of photosynthesis. What will happen? Conversion. The light energy which is observed by this chlorophyll, it will get converted into chemical energy, and during this process of chemical energy, the water molecules which are present in leaf, okay, it will get split into hydrogen and oxygen. In the third process, it will be reduction. In third process of photosynthesis, we are going to get a reduction. So there will be reduction of carbon dioxide in carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, in the sense here, we can also call it as glucose. Okay, so it's very simple, it's very easy. Now let's check it. First, absorption of light energy by chlorophyll, here we have. Second, this light energy which is absorbed by the chlorophyll, it is going to get convert into chemical energy. During this chemical energy, the water molecule which we have, it will get split into hydrogen and oxygen. Here we are getting the oxygen. There will be reduction of carbon dioxide into glucose, and during this reduction, we know that hydrogen is added and oxygen will be removed. So during this reduction, the oxygen which is removed, it will react with this hydrogen which was splitted during which was obtained during splitting of H2O, and it will give here us water. Again, absorption of energy, then conversion of the light energy into chemical energy. During that, splitting of hydrogen and oxygen is there. So the oxygen which is splitted here, we can see here that oxygen. Now carbon dioxide, in third step, carbon dioxide will get reduced. So during the reduction of carbon dioxide, glucose is formed and oxygen will be released. That oxygen which is released during reduction, it will react with this hydrogen and it will form us, and it will give us water. So these are the three steps by which photosynthesis reaction take place, and by this plants, they obtain their food. Okay, the above steps may take place or may not take place immediately, right? In some it will take time, and some it will be done very rapidly. It is depend on plants and the atmosphere which is around them. Okay, so it's a very simple topic. Again, we will revise it. Life process, the processes which are necessary to maintain life, that is called life process, in that we are having nutrition, respiration, transportation, reproduction, excretion, right? We have started about nutrition. Nutrition is a process in which nutrients are obtained from the food which we eat. This nutrients, it provides us energy, it gives us energy for building and repairing our tissues, and it is also useful to maintain our life, to maintain the tissues. Nutrition will be of two types: autotrophic mode of nutrition and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. In autotrophic mode of nutrition, autotrophic nutrition, auto means self and tropic means to obtain food. If the organisms are able to obtain their food, to prepare their food by themselves, they are called autotrophic nutritions. Generally, blue, green algae, some bacteria, and green plants will be example of it. What happens in photosynthesis? What is process of photosynthesis? In presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water, autotrophs, they prepare their food with the help of chlorophyll present in them. So that is called photosynthesis. Photo means light, synthesis means preparing food. So if the food is prepared in presence of sunlight, so that will be photosynthesis. How that reaction take place? Carbon dioxide and water which we have, it reacts in presence of sunlight, and chlorophyll which is present in plant, it will give us glucose, water, and oxygen, right? This glucose, it will provide us energy. It's a carbohydrate. The unreacted glucose, if it's in plant, so it will be there stored in form of starch, and if it is animal, so that will be stored in form of glycogens. Photosynthesis, generally it happens in three steps. The first step is absorption of sunlight by chlorophyll. In first step, the sunlight will absorb the chlorophyll. In second step, that absorbed light energy, it will be converted into chemical energy, and when it is converted into chemical energy, there will be splitting of water into hydrogen and oxygen. And in third case, the carbon dioxide which we have used, repeating again, first absorption of sunlight, right? Second, converting that light energy into chemical energy. During that, this water, it will get split into hydrogen and oxygen. See, you can see the hydro oxygen which is released here. This carbon dioxide, it will get reducted. The reduction of carbon dioxide will take place, which will be result into carbohydrate, which will be result into glucose. And during that, the oxygen which is formed, that oxygen will react with this other hydrogen, and it will give us water, right? So this way we will have autotrophic mode of nutrition.